Dallas Cowboys, that is. What up, what up? What up? How about the boys? What up? How about the boys? What up, what up, what up? They bring the noise. I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys. What up?
We back.
Oh, we are back, baby.
We're back and we are
come back.
ferocious, baby. We are ferocious. Are we going to just do a quick shout out to our socials? Should we do it?
Yeah,
Okay,
quick
so
social shout out.
At Cowboys CanFan for TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, the fastest growing Instagram with the best Dallas Cowboys content on the internet. We got bomb ass memes, we got great videos, and you get dope ass shorts from us. And then you have the YouTube. It's a little bit different. It I believe is Cowboys CanFan podcast.
And if you want to send our fans to one spot and one spot only, what's our home base?
Oh, I keep forgetting. Yeah, we have our lit motherfucking website cowboyscanfan.com, and it basically just has everything in there. It's great. It's a one-stop shop.
So
It's an all-in-one one-stop shop for all of your Cowboy Can fans need.
You know what I don't like about this shit? They don't post the reels on the Instagram. It's just the post, which is fine.
We'll figure that out.
We'll figure that out. But we're basically hitting on all cylinders with our socials. Check them out if you're there. If you're on any of them, like, subscribe. It helps us. It helps us. It makes us feel confident. It gets the algorithms going. It's just all good for us. So anyways, enough with pimping ourselves out. What a fucking game.
And you know what? The inaugural, we didn't do it during the live stream because obviously I only have a couple hands. Alex isn't
Two of them were on your wiener.
Yeah, Alex isn't versed with the board, but oh shit! Hang on a second.
Oh, you're fucking up.
Hang on.
You're trying. I know.
Blaze like the
Whoa. What's going on? What's going on?
Okay,
I know what you're trying to do.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
There you go. There you go. How about your? Yeah. How about them Cowboys?
And one for the fuck up.
There we go. So right off the hop here, AJ has the box score up, and it was a shellacking 43-3. Before we dive into stats, I do want to say, what did we say last podcast?
I can't remember.
I mean, we were all very about to shoot ourselves.
I'll break you down. I'll break you down here.
Okay.
If we wanted to prove to ourselves that the Cowboys were a good team, we needed to come out, bend Atlanta over, drag them out to the woodshed with the biggest fucking switch from the yard and just go to town on that bare bottom. And we did 43 to the tune of 43-3.
That's right.
That is a shellacking.
It was very nice to see. And in fact, it was such a shellacking that at the end of the game, we did see all of the B teams show up to play. No one was playing
both sides of the ball. Even Atlanta was like, you know what? We're still kind of in the playoff race in our side of the ball. We're just going to throw out Josh Rosen.
Yeah.
And then the same with us. Cooper Rush. It was rush hour. I have a question here before we kind of dissect these. Do you guys remember Zeke throwing the ball?
No.
Me either. He went 1 for 1 for 4 yards.
Oh, okay. So the handoff do they classify the handoff as a throw?
What do you mean?
So there when Cooper Rush first came on, it was like a double reverse handoff.
Oh,
I see. So because Zeke threw the ball forward, it would be counted as a pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. That was tripping me out. I was like, I don't remember Zeke. I remember Zeke eating. I remember Zeke getting tugs.
And you
but
know
I don't
what?
remember a throw.
And that's our dungeon master throwing that trickery into the
That
ring.
D20. I don't even know what that is. I just know you guys say it. So that D20.
D20 is a 20-sided dice that you use in Dungeons and Dragons.
Now we know it.
It's your main dice in Dungeons and Dragons.
Gotcha.
One thing I did want to say is we can look back at the 3-1 Falcons pre this game. They were 3-1 away.
Yep.
So they were doing very well away. Still wasn't very afraid of them as an offensive weapon. And in fact, defensively either. So the fear that I had coming into this game was completely because of our last game. And I wanted to make sure that the Cowboys could come and play. And in fact, they did. Now the rushing game, I'll bite.
Rushing or Russian game?
The Russian roulette game.
The Russian game. Our rushing game was not really hot at all, but it didn't matter
Sticks
because
and stones, love. We had two touchdowns with Zeke. I'll take that any day. You give him the ball on the 1 yard line and he hammers it in. I'll take it.
But my last point about that, and then I will hand it off to Adam here, who's just waiting to drop a bomb.
Totally.
Is I believe that our defense left us in a position where we didn't have to have this extraordinary run game. The passing game got us to that red zone, and then in ran Zeke twice. As well as
Unleash the Zeke, baby.
Well, I was gonna ask what's our stat line on the runs versus pass?
So we got right there. You can kind of see we have 30. We had 37, and we
37
had
carries.
Yeah, 37 carries and only 35 passing attempts. So it plays true that if we run the ball
We win the game.
more times than Dak Prescott throws the ball, we pretty much have a good chance of walking away with a W.
Okay, so there are a lot of very positive stuff in this game, and I don't want us to go all over the place. So, AJ, are you going to walk us through kind of some stuff here? Because we just started talking about Dakota, and first and foremost, how did we think Dak fared in today's game, Anth?
I was still kind of on. I wanted to say something about the rushing here, but we'll jump back. We'll jump back into that. Dak, it looked like he didn't last week. Was probably one of the worst games that I've seen Dak play in a long time. Probably his top 5 worst games he's ever played last week against the Broncos. And on his first drive of today, he marched the team down the field. He had a couple big plays. And then as you have on the screen here, he found CD in the end zone and just threw a fucking strike. So he basically came out, and then CD's grinding up on that shit. Dak came out on his first drive and just said, hey, I've already forgot about the Denver Broncos game.
That's
Right.
true. I think in this play, we'll see it here on the replay, was an interesting pass. He definitely beat his defensive back, but still had to hold up for that pass and caught it. We were kind of joking about I'm calling CD a big boy, but I'm only 5'8", 170, so I'm I'm not that big at all. But he is tall and lanky, and so it's going to be hard to defend him with anyone because he also, he's got that muscle on him.
He basically boxed out the CB. The CB had no chance on that ball, and then Dak just basically threw it to where CD was. Sure, it could have been a little bit more outside, but who gives a fuck?
No,
really, Dak threw it where Dak needed to. The CB had no chance.
No, and that's the confidence that you have when you throw to CD Lamb. And I feel like this game, and maybe it's been the last 2 as well, but this one specifically has really pushed CD Lamb into he's the number 1 receiver in Dallas.
I'm still at the I'd say 1A, 1B, but it's so close. Either CD or Coop could pop off at any time, and I'm okay with it. So this was CD's second.
Well, you say that, Anthony, but then what about this?
Yeah, so this was CD's second touchdown. Dak had some pressure and just kind of looked like he threw it up in the air where he was hoping CD would be. And obviously with a pass rush like that, he's more likely has one-on-one coverage. So Dak just threw to Dak didn't throw to CD there. Dak threw to a point in the field, CD just found it.
And he got Mike McCarthy so excited that he got him about 5 yards in on the field.
Mike McCarthy was so excited he almost got mustard on his T-shirt.
And for those of you wondering who don't have CD Lamb as your fantasy footballer, CD got a nice 25 points, 25.60 points.
Well, give us his stat line then.
Yeah.
So CD's was CD's. It doesn't. On this fucking Yahoo thing, it doesn't really say as well as 7 targets, 6 receptions, 94 reception yards, 2 reception touchdowns.
Yeah, that's a good game. Didn't break the century mark, but who gives a fuck? He had two touchdowns before the second half was over.
But I do want to watch this. Replay here. Watch his movement here. Really, the guy should have been on him, but
he slipped.
Man, what he did? Okay.
And it was a very similar route from his first touchdown. Just a little out route.
Yep.
Up about 9 yards and out.
No. And it also that pass, if you don't mind me.
Yeah, Dakota throwing off that back foot.
Like pause it right now. Look at that. That's what I mean. He just threw it to a spot that look where CD is right now.
Yeah.
Dak's not throwing to
That's
CD.
Good.
Dak's throwing where he and this is how you build trust with the wide receiver. Dak's throwing to a spot in the field that CD's supposed to be, and he comes away with a touchdown. Dak can't see where CD is there.
So then
do you think he's throwing to him if he sees what we're seeing right now?
No. And look, Dak's my quarterback. Dak's 10 yards back from the line of scrimmage, throwing. CeeDee Lamb is in double coverage at this point. Let's hit play and just see how this goes out. And I know we all know.
Yeah, but it's nice to reminisce, isn't it? Just throws him open. That's just a good play. That just shows Dak
Really
Prescott's progression from his years in the NFL.
Well, it's understanding this is the play that we're running, and this is where the player should be.
Yeah, just trusting your wide receiver.
Am I the only one that think that when you go back to Mike McCarthy there, every time it goes to Mike McCarthy, it feels like he just wants to say, "Hey, I'm just happy to be here."
Yeah.
Like hang on, let's look at Mike McCarthy for a second. He doesn't really show a lot of emotion except for man. That I
It looks like he
can't
literally
believe that play
said, "I'm
worked.
just happy to be here."
I'm just happy to be here. I'm just glad that play worked.
And it did.
Well,
it worked. It worked to the tune of 28 points.
We're gonna do one more rundown on our offense here, where Zeke also ended up with 2.
So before you play this, because I wanted to talk about the running backs yards per average.
Yep.
It was low. They only had 41. They only had 41 yards for Zeke, 42 yards for Pollard, and they both had very low yards per carry. Track them if you got them. But the thing with that is you still have to it doesn't matter if they have that shitty yards per carry. You just stick with it. You know? You just fucking stick with it. You don't go away from it. You just stick with that goddamn shit. Right?
Right.
Sorry, I was just telling Adam I need oil for my chair because it's creaking like a fucking.
It is, yeah. You need oil on that
Tin
thing.
Man. But anyways,
Can you just say what you were saying again? So now that we're paying attention.
Nah, just run the play. It's a one done one. Watch it on YouTube.
watch it on YouTube.
And like and subscribe. Zeke's got a nose for the end zone.
Yeah.
Oh, I was jacked up on that second touchdown.
Yeah.
I was jacked up for him because he had a lot of hate coming into this year from last year, and it's nice to see him get some tugs. He did have a fumble, which we have not seen very often this year.
It's been a lot, actually. I can pull that
It's been a hot minute. He did have a fumble. I'm not too worried about it. It was a nice punch out, and it wasn't at the point of the game. The game was basically over. Obviously, you don't want your running back fumbling the ball, but at the end of the day, it didn't hurt us as long as he can take care of that. And if he only has 2 fumbles in the whole year, we will take that shit, won't we?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Crack that shit, because you got that shit.
Was that all you wanted, Adam?
That's all I wanted to do.
Anyways, it's been a long time since Zeke has fumbled the ball.
I don't remember him fumbling this year, so I think that was his first lost fumble this year. So we'll take it compared to last year where I think he had 6 in the first 6 games or something. So we'll take that. We will take it.
Okay, so let's just our excitement of the game win.
I'm still excited.
We're very excited,
You
but let's
can't
just
curb it.
Well, hang on.
No, I'm not trying to curb anything.
Are you
can't
going
curb
to
my excitement.
Are
No.
you going to number 7 or number 11?
No, I want to say
You can't curb it.
what do you think the biggest differentiator coming into this week was? Like what do we think that some of the things that either Mike McCarthy or Dan Quinn or the leadership team on the Cowboys were saying to the team? Like, how did they come out so ferocious this week?
I'll tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
Because they got their asses handed to them last week. They didn't need anyone to coach them up. I mean, these guys are very competitive dudes, right? They got their asses handed to them on national television. You have the whole media for a full week saying how the Cowboys are probably pretenders now because they got whooped by the Denver Broncos. You don't think these guys wanted to come out and literally just choke out the Atlanta Falcons? I don't know if anything really needed to be said. Like Mike McCarthy said, Mike McCarthy did say right after the game, look at the tape and then burn it. Look at the Denver tape and then burn it because it's not who we are. Dak said the same thing. Everyone on the Cowboys after last week's game said it was just this weird game, and they basically silenced everyone with this 43-3 win.
And the Falcons aren't a trash team.
No, they're 4-4 and they're in a pretty competitive division. They're not in some their division's tougher than the NFC East.
And to stop the teams. So I guess the fact that the Falcons only got 3 points up on the board today.
That's tough.
Hey,
that's tough to do in the NFL.
Guys, I'm going to throw.
Is that because of the
Defense!
It's tough in the NFL to hold anyone to 3 points is hard to do.
Right.
It is true, but let me throw
Okay, throw it.
a little bit of caution into the wind.
Caution or shade?
Okay.
Caution.
Could be shade. Maybe it's considered shade. We'll find out in a second.
Like your big oak tree.
We played the Giants, then Denver, then Falcons.
No, we played Patriots.
Patriots. Giants we play in a couple weeks.
No, we played. I thought we played them.
It was Patriots. It was Patriots, Vikings, Denver,
Okay.
Atlanta. So it was actually Giants. It was Giants, Patriots, Vikings, Denver, Atlanta.
Okay.
Smoke weed every day.
Guys, that's what happens when you hit that vape. When you hit that vape.
Smoke weed every day.
Okay.
And there was a bye week.
And there was
in
a bye week. Okay. Well, let me just put this. I guess the point I was trying to make is that
We played the Giants at some point.
no. when we played and beat the Giants, and this does not hold true. So just let me work through this now, because there might be something to it still. But
Listen.
overall, these victories against teams like the Giants and the Falcons, when they are not 100%, I love them, but it doesn't take away from my hesitation of
I'm
being
already
like,
trying not to argue with you. Can I just
Okay.
jump in
Yep,
here?
jump in
So
right
what
now.
what do you mean not complete? Like what's not complete about the Atlanta Falcons?
Okay, so when first of all, I'll use these two teams. The Giants lost both.
That's different. So right now the Falcons had their starting running back, they had their starting quarterback.
They did,
And they're 4-4.
But they did not have their starting wide receiver.
Doesn't matter. They have Kyle Pitts. Great.
No, absolutely. I'm just saying we're not those two teams. We did not play them at 100%, and
You don't play anyone at 100%.
Exactly, and that's part of football.
I mean, you could be devil's advocate here and say, well, we don't have D-Law or Randy Gregory. We're missing two of our two starting DNs. That kind of offsets a starting wide receiver. So I get what you're saying. The Giants one, I'll say I agree with you. The Falcons, they're a 4-4 football team. They beat the Saints last week. They've been playing good football, and we just put a 40 burger on them, and they only scored 3 points. So, I mean, I do know what you're saying. They're missing a really good wide receiver, but our team played really well today.
Hey, no, absolutely. Look, and this is what we have these podcasts for.
These
so
conversations.
so that we can talk.
just wanna have
I agree.
conversations.
And you know what? You did make, with your conviction, you absolutely did make me feel better about.
I get what I do get what you're saying. The Falcons have been a sneaky good team, and maybe it's weird in the NFL. Some teams just match up against guys better. Denver matched up against us really well. I'm just loving the fact that we got this win. Today was fun, wasn't it? The live stream was a good time.
Man,
by the end of the second half or the end of the game, we weren't even watching the game. Really.
I know we were talking about stuff. We were testing out things.
Yeah. Oh, Micah, the fucking lion.
Yeah, Nate Frederickson. I thought you were some random guy. Nate Dogg, big win today. Big win today.
Yeah, what's going on in chat? We got any questions in chat?
So one of the big things I want to say, Kilo C says game ball goes to Dan Quinn in the locker room. What do you think about that? Alex is looking for our Lieutenant Dan. What I love it.
don't spoil it.
I can see him fingering the soundboard.
What do you think? Who does game ball go to?
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan. Dan Quinn came out, and not only because he had such a good defensive game plan, this is against his former team that he brought to the Super Bowl. You know, when you get fired from a job, I mean, I've never been fired from a job, but I'm assuming if I did, I'd want to go back there and shove it up their ass.
I have, but I quit before they could fire me.
Do you think the game ball goes to Dak over someone like Micah? Like, I mean, right now Alex is running this great
game ball for Micah. I wouldn't say game ball for Micah.
No.
I'd say game ball. I think the best player on the field. You got to go quarterback in this situation or CD.
Hey, look, okay, all that's fun talk aside, for me, I'm really wanting Micah Parsons to play more of that edge rush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. And we always, I've been very vocal about his arm tackles. This was not an arm tackle. This was that was a good hard hit. He forced the fumble that he made Matt Ryan feel.
What are you
what's up.
talking about though? He did watch the replay. He smoked that arm.
But he followed through with his body.
Right.
You know, it looked more like a tackle than a lot of the time he'll just rip the guy down. Which I mean, I don't give a fuck how he does it.
What we're seeing
Just
is
keep doing what he's doing. I don't care how he gets the guy to the ground.
every time he's playing on that rush, why is he always getting through it? There's something to that, man.
Yeah, he's so that left tackle. They've never seen speed like that.
They don't see
Watch
speed
this little
like that.
step he does. Look at this little step. He goes outside, inside, and the left tackle's just
Literally
big
almost
fat fuck that just can't do anything.
Pretty much a free
rush.
rush, yeah.
He's on pace right now to be defensive rookie of the year. I dare say it. He might even be in the conversation of defensive player of the year. Not even just rookie. He's definitely in the conversation. And that's probably a good segue to another defensive player here who's been a little bit quiet and has been very fucking polarizing. I don't know if you could use a better word for Trevon Diggs than polarizing, especially outside of the Cowboy circles. We all love Trevon Diggs, but outside of the Cowboy circles, he's getting a lot of hate. And that's just a nice pick. That's just a nice pick, man. I'd love to see it. We had to shotgun. So we have this ongoing thing that whenever Trevon Diggs gets an interception, we will shotgun. We get it down. But it was nice to see Trevon get that interception and get his eighth already. This is game 9, and he has 8 interceptions. So
Don't sleep on Diggs. Sure. He's let some big plays go by him, but you know what? I will trade 8 interceptions for fucking 600 yards
any day of the week. 8 takeaways is you just can't. It's priceless. You can't put a price on it.
You can't put a price on what that does for your team.
Oh, their psyche.
Like everybody in that locker room is going to go like this.
They're loving that. Yeah, I can dig it. And it was actually the defense after the first couple drives where it seemed like Kyle Pitts was going to have a monster game. The defense was in a little bit of a feeding frenzy. It seemed like every second drive we were getting an interception. So you had Diggs with his beauty interception, but there were some other guys that ate today too.
Well, I will say on this play here, it looks like Diggs does get beat, but the coverage is sufficient.
You're only beat if the guy catches the ball.
No, exactly. And the coverage is sufficient that
Matt Ryan, actually, you're right, fucked up. Both Pitts and the wide out. Go back to the very first, not very first, but that slow motion. The slow motion there. Slow motion foamy.
So here we come up after the...
Don't even look at Kyle Pitts. Look at the outside. Look at the outside wide receiver.
The guy
he's wide open.
Deeper down the field?
Yeah, on the top of the screen.
That's who Ryan, I think, meant.
I think Ryan kind of clutched the ball and didn't know who he wanted to pick. So don't even look at number 4 coming out the outside. He's wide the fuck
wide open.
Like no one's even on him.
Do you think so
totally, Anth. Bad throw.
I think Ryan, you know, in Madden, when you see a guy and you click the wrong button.
But this is it.
Shit, I hit X. I swear I was going for Y. I hit X.
That's exactly what it was.
We have made this point before, and I love to bring it up again because it makes me pulse. But Diggs was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
To be there for that mistake.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Everyone's like, oh, well, his interceptions. It's like, well, the guy has 8 picks. He's one of those guys that finds the ball. You can't take it away from him.
I know. The one thing that you got to say about it is,
it don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Well, we won by fucking 10 miles today. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
So just to keep you up in the stats, Kilo C saying that they're questioning Dak about his sideline or his profanity on the sidelines.
Fuck him.
Really?
I love it. Fuck him.
Hey,
anyone that gets asked about swearing, like I had someone ask me, they're like, man, you swear quite a bit in your podcast. Well, yeah, I say fuck a lot. Who gives a shit? Dak says fuck a lot too.
Okay,
I like it.
Okay, I get questioned about my swearing in a professional setting too. Like if I'm at work
Tell me
and
to
I'm
get
in meetings,
fucking pound sand.
I fucking cuss like a sand.
Believe it or
tell him to
not,
pound sand.
Believe it or not, your boy right here.
You don't swear.
No, I'm very good with profanity in, but I will be the dirtiest little boy.
Oh, yeah.
In
You know what? I swear. I swear. I'm a trades guy. I swear.
I swear like I'm a trades guy. I swear like I want to be a trades guy.
Yeah, well,
here's someone who's not getting that love. But
AB?
we old man AB with the bicep
pick. I do love seeing Anthony Brown get his, man.
No, you know
Look,
what?
see, pause it. I want to see go back to that. I want to see how many Atlanta fans are in the stands here. I want to see if we represented today. Pause that shit on those fans. Like, that's looking pretty good. I see one guy with the stupid red toque.
You know what? The problem is, Ant, is
No, I don't believe you.
The dark blue.
No, but look for the colors.
No, I believe.
Sorry, I meant to say numbers. I meant to say numbers.
There's no Atlanta.
You're right.
There's only
no
one.
Atlanta.
I see one. I see a Deion Sanders 21 with a red toque on the right side of
But
the screen.
Dion played for the Cowboys. So look, here's what I'm saying.
I see a lot of 88s. I see a lot of blue 21s.
I'm messing up. Pack of 88s in there.
Pack 88s.
I think right here I see one Patriots.
Yeah, that's a weird one, isn't it? I love seeing guys in random jerseys.
It's not what we saw last week. But with Anthony Brown and this interception, good eyes.
Look
man.
at this. He goes, I'm gonna curl this bitch.
But we saw so today we saw picks from who?
Anthony Brown, Jordan
Diggs.
Lewis, and Trevon Diggs.
So I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was a little bit of a feeding frenzy today.
Yeah. We had some sharks in the water, and there was chum.
And you know what? And you know what the blood was? It was Falcon blood.
It was Falcon blood. Oh, you got some bird. Oh, some old school raggedy haired beach bum is sitting while you're loading up your boat, and he's smoking a cigar, and
he falls into the water.
And he goes, "Oh, you got some Falcon chum."
Hey, not Matt Ryan, Matt Chum.
Oh, you've got some Matt.
You got some Matt Chum. I'm gonna cast out my chum into Well, they got the Falcons. Oh man, what a beatdown!
What a beatdown! And
felt good.
And you know what? Agreed. Falcons are a team that I feel good about. That we smacked their butts.
Well, not if you rewind 10 minutes ago.
What was 10 minutes ago?
AJ was saying that he didn't feel like it was that good of a win, but I convinced him.
Okay.
I'm that good of an arguer.
You know what?
That
and
is
you know
a
what?
great soundbite.
All I want you to do is get another look at this one
J-Lu.
Yeah, J-Lu pick.
But prior to this, he had a couple nice pass breakups on on Pitts. Like this right here, the game was already it was 43-3 here, but he did have a couple. J-Lu probably had his best game of the year. There was one point there was a penalty and he was kind of getting in the face of people, and I was kind of pissed at him, but he had a good day. He had a good good game.
He was playing hot, and there was a drive where I think he broke up maybe 2 to 3 passes himself,
right.
and it was real hot. And I would have sucked his dick if I was a college girl.
If you were a college girl, or just yourself,
no, or myself. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get down the other to the Cowboys Stadium.
AJ is at a 9.
Oh shit! Okay, AJ's already trying to call us out.
Are we calling out?
I don't know. I thought we're at the end.
Oh, we're at the end. Oh yeah. Okay. So for your for the bandwagon boy, get what?
Just say it. We got time.
For your bandwagon boys and your host at best, we out. We will be back Wednesday, and that 43-3 win. Oh, I'm gonna dream about it. I'm gonna dream about it.
What up? How about the boys? What up? How about the